Right. Hello. I see a few names which are similar to yesterday's session of Power BI demo. Okay. When I go through Power BI, if you have a similar question which you have asked yesterday, don't repeat the same question. If it is something new, you can ask, but related to data analytics, if you did not, because you did not get the data analytics opportunity yesterday, you can ask today. And the rest all who have joined for data analytics today. Yeah, nice. So my name is Abhishek. And I've been taking this data analytics course in this institute from around 2023 November. So in this data analytics course, we teach Python, the core Python, along with that the pandas module, and then followed by we teach you SQL using the database PostgreSQL, which is a free database, PG admin. Okay, and in that we teach how to read the databases, how to create table, how to create views, how can the data be transformed. Okay, and then we teach you Power BI as well. Okay, all the three topics. And today it is a demo session. It will be about what I'm going to teach in the session. Those are the topics that are covered, but it's not that I'm teaching you some concept today. And I keep it open. You can unmute yourself and ask me any questions at any point. If you have any doubts in your mind, like about this course or is it useful for you? Okay, right. So let me start with just a moment. For Python, we are going to use Anaconda. Anaconda is a software. It's a interactive development environment, IDE. This is a free software again. So, and even if you would have checked in YouTube or some other place to learn Python, the most popular thing is Anaconda only because the interface is very simple and it is very convenient to learn for the person who's starting with programming or the first time they are doing something related to Python or something like that. It's a very easy tool and there are few advantages if you install Anaconda. So I'm just opening the software. Give me a moment. Once it is open, might be I will show you what will be taught in that. Any questions over here? Okay. Anyone has already learned Python before?
No.
Or okay, anyone
No,
already knows? Anyone already uses SQL or some database in their work environment? Let it be any Snowflake, Oracle, or you use Postgre only? Anyone?
I use SQL, the SQL Server.
Okay, Microsoft.
Yeah.
Okay. You write common table expressions, sir?
No, just basic, I think.
Okay.
But this one, that's why I choose this class because I want to learn how to extract data for database, from
Okay.
in Python to the database.
Okay. Amita, I think you are the
Yes.
student from my previous batch, no? So you can drop this as a demo. Our sessions will start from tomorrow. But if you are interested, you can stay back.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. No problem. I'll drop.
Yeah, sure. Just a moment. She's already our data analytics batch person. So might be she has used the same link to join. Yeah. Right. So this is how Anaconda Navigator looks. And when I teach this session for data analytics or Power BI or SQL, I assume no one knows anything. It will start from there and slowly we will teach you. I will teach you everything like, okay, how to define a variable, what is a variable, what is a data type, and then what is a data structure, how many types of data structures are there within Python, all those things. And slowly I'll build up the pace, and then accordingly the complexity of programming also will increase. But everything will be kept simple so that any person who has not done any programming before also can catch up easily. And it's been that across 1.5 year now, I've been teaching this data analytics or Python or Power BI, whatever in this institute. People who did not code any time before were also able to pick up and understand code on their own. Yeah, that's a good thing. So don't bother like, okay, this is too complex for me. Can I pull off Python or can I pull off programming? Anyone can do, but it's all about interest, how much of effort we are putting in. Okay, within Anaconda Navigator, I'll make you install the software once we go to the course, and then we will use Jupyter Notebook. I'll launch this. Just a moment. I'm trying to open this because I want to show you how the course is structured and all the content of programming for Python or SQL or Power BI DAX. Everything is like a material for you. I have already prepared the notes so that it is easy for you guys to learn in a structured way. And all this course, either let it be data analytics course of Python, SQL, or Power BI, I never go into a PPT and show, okay, this is how you learn, because programming can't be learned through a PowerPoint or a Word. It's all through hands-on. So all the classes for data analytics, it will take you around 45 hours minimum. It might go up till 50 hours also, but everything will be, I'll be writing a code on the screen. It's not that I'll show you some text document or Word document or a PowerPoint and drill through over that. No, it's just pure programming or learning some application. Okay. So yeah, here, let me open a file for you. Okay. As you would have already seen in some YouTube, the first thing that they would have taught you in Python is like, okay, print hello world or something like that. Similar way, I will start with defining a is equal to 100. So if I define a is equal to 100 and then I ask print a, and then finally, if I check what is the data type of a, print type a, it will tell you an integer. So Python is so simple. Defining a variable is so easy. Like I write a is equal to 100, b is equal to 200, c is equal to some thousand, and then I do a mathematical operation of a plus b plus c. It will tell me it is like a pure maths, what we have learned in our school. There is no complexity of defining a variable or something of such sort. Here, I'm showing you how easy Python is. I'm selling Python over here because the first thing when I learned in my college or before that was C. Over there, for defining a variable only, I had to write something like a studio.h, and then I'm initializing a. Then I go write what is a. Within that only, in this, there was a pure syntax over there. You put a square bracket or a flower bracket. I don't even recall that now. For defining a single variable only, it used to take me 3-4 lines of code. But why there is so much of popularity for Python is it's very simple. I write a is equal to 100 here. Now I write some a, b, c, and then I write a is equal d is equal to a plus b into c, and then I execute. The answer is in front of you. So it is so simple. That's why nowadays Python has become a default. You do anything across any task, like you take data related fields or you do some front end programming, back end programming, or any of such sort, Python is a default nowadays. So any job opportunity or anything that you take, AI, ML, data science, without knowing Python, you can't do anything. Okay, might be 2015 or 2014. Python, if you know, oh, Python is great, you should learn Python. There was a scope for that. But now Python is default. Without knowing Python, you can't do anything like a data science or a data analytics or a machine learning, what not it is. You have to know Python. So in this, if you see all this code, like from defining a to a is equal to 100, then some text characters, all those I have defined in a way, and then a structure. This is called as a IPython notebook. Okay, where do we get this? We get this within Anaconda. Where to install, how to install, I'll teach you. And then I'll teach you every line of code that is written in this. And then I've written headings also, like defining variables, how to define variables. There are some commentary over here so that it is easy for anyone who's joined this course. I'll go through this content and they'll have the YouTube recording uploaded, and then they can watch, they can practice on their own, they can come back, ask me questions the next day. So that is how it is structured in this notebook also. So if I scroll further down, you will see everything is written. All the code is written. I'll make you practice all this code and then explain you some examples through my career. Like I've been doing data related tasks from 8 9 years almost. Every day it's like my job is like a exam. Every day I go, there will be some problem statement, where to get the data, how bad the data is, how good I can make it, finally how better I can code it and draw some insights out of it. Okay, so if you see, there is a lot of coding over here. All this is structured and you will understand. And if you see here, I'm having data structures are listed, tuple, set, dictionary. Okay, all those are also set over here. If you see, I wrote like, okay, what is a set, and then accordingly examples. Looping technique means for loop and while loop. How, don't bother about that if you're seeing this all for the first time, but it is all easy only. You will feel okay. Python is this much only, right? And then how to write if conditions, for loops, all those things. And then there is one more. Let me open this also. Okay. Then how to write functions. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. How to write functions. Then how to call functions. What are list comprehensions? All the concepts that are required for a minimum Python or advanced level. I go up till the advanced level. And then what all are required for that? How to write the code. All that will be taught to you. And then once we go over there, we go on to OOPS concept also. Okay. In OOPS concept also, we will learn about inheritance. Okay. And then we will learn about multiple inheritance, and then encapsulation, polymorphism. Okay, OOPS concept also will be taught to you. How to write a class, how to write a function, how to create your own modules. Okay, and if you see here, there are headings over there, and then finally continued with the code. I mean, the code, multiple inheritance, again a code. All will be covered with examples, and it will be taught hands-on only. Okay, and then if you see encapsulation here, and then this is polymorphism, how to read and write into files. All those will be done. Errors, exceptions, and then if you go lambda functions, then filter, map, reduce, and then iterator, generator, decorator. What's the difference between a iterator, generator, decorator, and then why are they preferred over functions? When I can write a simple function, why I should write a generator? What is the difference between a print and a return or a yield within a function? When I write a yield, why it is a generator? When I don't write a yield, why it is a function? All that will be taught to you. And if you see also, I have structured in a way, it is very simple. Okay, I write a decorator, give a definition about it, and go through the function what is actually a decorator, and how to call a decorator, how to use a decorator, why it is useful. All that will be taught to you. Okay, this is core Python. Any questions? No? Okay, good. And once we learn the core Python, we will learn about pandas also. Within pandas also, I've segregated the topics into what is a series, what is a data frame, what is group by within pandas, what is how to merge, join, or concat, how to play with text data, how to read and write to the files, how to work with date and times, what is multiple index. So if you see series here, These are IPython notebooks. If you see the extension is IPython notebook, this is called as Jupyter notebook because IPython was a previous notebook and then Jupyter bought it and later Anaconda bought Jupyter. So, okay. So what is a list? And then what is a series within pandas? How to read? It is all structured over here. And similar way, even for data frames also, okay, how to read an Excel sheet, how to read a two-dimensional data, and then how to get the data without going to Excel, how to understand the data, how many non-null records are there, null records are there, what is described, a lot of methods. Everything is structured and it is put up with heading within my notebook only, and accordingly all this will be taught to you. Any questions? So totally all the material of Python and pandas is structured in a way within notebooks with headings, and then I'll teach you one after the other. And Python itself will take you approximately 23 to 27 hours. Any questions over here? Either I'm explaining too good or you guys are not understanding anything. One of it. No questions? Right. So then the next thing that I'll be teaching you first in this course, because you are joining today, we have a Power BI also parallelly going on. We gave a demo for Power BI yesterday. So your first course will be Power BI from tomorrow. Okay. Once Power BI gets completed, we will go with SQL. Then we go to Python. So Power BI on its own will take somewhere around 23 to 25 hours. Then SQL will hardly take you 5-6 hours. Then Python will take you 25 around. Okay, so totally this course is around 50 odd hours it will take. Okay, so the next thing that would be PG admin. What is PG admin? How to install, how to create tables, how to store data within that. Okay, how to read data from tables, how to create custom views, how to write a common table expression, all that will be taught to you in this course. This is like the minimum level of SQL that is required for a data analyst. That will be taught. Yes, someone wanted to ask some question. Okay. Okay. How to create this table? What is the data within that? And then what's the content within this each table? What I'll take it as a like an example, which has come across in my projects only through my experience, and then out of this only I've created this data. From this data I've created these tables, and once I created these tables, how to get the tables together, what is a SQL join, okay, and then what is the data cardinality, one to one, one to many, many to many, all those also will be taught to you. Just a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, what is SQL join, left join, right join, inner join, okay, and then full outer join. All these concepts will be taught to you. Okay, and cardinality, as I mentioned, one to one, one to many, many to many, all those things. Because without the join concept or the cardinality of data, let it be Python, let it be SQL, let it be Power BI, Tableau, whatnot, anything, you can't do anything because these are the fundamentals for programming or any application related to data. Okay, and even for SQL also, I've structured in a way that all the queries, okay, creation of table, topic one, I've written the SQL query, and then how to insert data into a table, okay, and then once you insert data into a table, how to write the basic SQL queries. What is how to use a filter like where conditions, between, and then how to use group bys. Okay, how to use aggregate functions, and then once group bys are done, you see joins. Okay, and how to drop a table, how to delete rows from a table. Okay, and then what are constraints, foreign key, primary key. Okay, join concept over here. And then if I scroll further down, subqueries. Okay, once I go to these are subqueries here. If you see the heading is written, the query is written, what is the condition? In this condition, how should I write my SQL query? Okay, like a question and answer. Everything is made as a material, and then finally common table expressions are also taught. Topic 7 is common table expression. What is your question? Followed for this question, what is the SQL query that I have to write? Okay, all these are structured in a good way, and all this will be taught to you line by line. I'll teach you every line of this, and then finally you can call yourself like I know SQL, how I can retrieve data, and how we can transform data, because SQL is of prime importance. If you are in data field, you should know SQL, because all the data, it's always in tables only. If basing on your company size, if your company is like a small or they have data within CSV and Excel, that's okay. But you are in a big organization, the data comes through tables and all. Your data, suppose okay, if it is a million or a 2 million, fine. Or 5 million also fine. You can retrieve data into Power BI directly, or you can pull it into Python, do transformations in Power BI only, and then make visualizations. It can sustain. But if your data is around 100 million, 200 million, you can't retrieve all those data into Power BI, right? Power BI will crash on its own. Then what you need to do? You have to handle in SQL only. You have to write all your transformations within SQL, select only the required columns, and then transform on those required columns. Finally, make a new table which is required for you based on your job task requirement or your project requirement, and finally connect your database table or a view into your Power BI, so that all we are using extensively the warehouse power of SQL. What is a warehouse? What is all those things I'll teach you. And then warehouse power we are using of SQL, let it be Snowflake, let it be Oracle, or let it be MySQL server. That power also is utilized, and that is connected to Power BI, so that if we use a direct query, what is a direct query within Power BI also taught. Once we use a direct query, we can use the Snowflake power or Oracle power along with the Microsoft Power BI power also, so that we don't spend extensively on Power BI itself, because databases are a little cheap compared to Power BI's premium license. Any questions here? Okay, all this will be taught to you, and it is written in a nicely structured way in notes. All this will be shared with you once you register with us and start doing the course. Don't bother, everything will be taught. Any questions here? Okay, next the boss Power BI. Let me close my PG admin. I'll close Python also. Okay, let's take one or two reports. Even in Power BI also, I connect to data using CSV, Excel, and database, so that you understand all the forms of data that is being read, how to transform the data, and how to make visualizations out of it. Okay, let me show you one, two examples out of this. You will be taught all these reports. Like if you see on the screen, I'm having around leaving out this file, 8 Power BIs. Okay, that will be around 6 different data sets, and all these data sets, how is the raw data, how we can transform it, and how we can make insights out of it. That is the course content. Okay, let let this Power BI open. Any questions anyone has, they can ask me.
Oh, hi. I have a question. Sorry, I didn't attend the first session, so maybe someone asked that I don't know. So just and I just joined the session. So when you have to work with the Power BI, so data that you have to transfer is from SQL, not from Excel, or it is gonna be various
Very good question, madam. So yeah, we are at the
Sangeeta,
right place also.
Sangeeta.
Yeah, sorry, Sangeeta. So yeah, very good question. So within Power BI, you can connect data to multiple sources. Okay, you see get data option here and then more on here. And then if you see, you have file systems. You can connect to Excel, text to CSV, XML, JSON, all those things. You have databases. You can connect to IBM database, Oracle database, Snowflake, right? Amazon, Oracle, what not anything. And then there is something new called Fabric. There is Azure. Okay, this is a cloud and any other online services like Google Analytics, Salesforce reports, or something of such sort. So depending on your task within your org, where the data is sitting, okay, you have to learn and connect from there, and then automatically you are going to make visualizations out of it. So to make to to make people familiar with Power BI, like how to connect to a CSV, how to connect to an Excel file, how to connect to a database table, all these three I'll be teaching to you because those are the popular forms of connection of any data set. So I'm covering those three in this course. That is what I was telling. Now, did I answer your question, Sangeeta?
Oh, yes, perfectly. Thank you. The reason I want to learn is this. I'm a financial analyst, and Power BI is now essential tool to work when you
Hmm.
come to finance, like a financial analyst. And
Yes.
yes, even we have to learn the Salesforce as well. So thank God
Hmm.
that you showed us everything. So that
Hmm.
was really good answer. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. So yeah, nowadays it is a basic requirement within finance related data or products, customers, such kind of thing. Because the data sets are too huge. In an Excel, it is around a million records, and then it starts to crash once you cross a particular limit. It is very difficult to make very good, insightful meanings out of it. So Power BI is nothing but a super form of an Excel. Microsoft knows its limitation within an Excel. They felt okay, there is already a Tableau competitor for us. Why not make a super form of Excel, which is Power BI? So that is why they have done Power BI from like brought up Power BI in 2014 or 15, and it has boomed now with its AI also acquisition, ChatGPT, all those things, and Power BI has its own importance nowadays across everyone. Whether you do a finance related work, you technical related work, or anything, final visualization is mostly Power BI only. Okay, right. So now
Oh, I have
this,
another question if you don't mind.
yes, Sangeeta.
Okay, just is there you when you have a Microsoft 365, so Power BI is included in the Microsoft 365, or you have to get the subscription, or is it open source platform? How does it
Good
work?
question, madam. So yeah, sorry. Good question, Sangeeta.
Sangeeta,
So yeah,
Sangeeta.
good question. So Microsoft has license. They don't give it free in 365 package, but it is at a very cheaper price. Microsoft, I'll tell you how to install, how to show, how to do all those things also. For a desktop version, you want to learn something, it is for free. But the moment you want to publish a report and share it with your colleagues within the organization, or you're working in some organization, you need to pay money. And the minimum license of Power BI is Pro license. That costs you $10 per month. And if you're on org, they'll give you at an even discounted price that will be even $2 or $3. So that is a very cheap price. So they give Power BI Pro for a very minimal price. Okay, and you are doing some advanced things. What is a premium license? I will teach you what is the difference between a premium license and a pro license through the course once we go over there. Premium license cost you $3,000 rupees per month. Okay, that is where the catch is. Where is the difference between a $10 to $3,000? Okay, that's where we come up with a lot of solutions. Should I pay $3,000 to Microsoft, or should I go to database and write those transformations within database and pull the data into Power BI using direct query? Within Power BI, connection of data through Excel or table, whatever I was telling, there are two different modes. One is direct query mode, one is import mode. Okay, what is difference between direct query, what is import? I'll teach you again. So it's a trade-off between paying $3,000 to Microsoft or $10 to Microsoft, and then accordingly you take the license and you work on your this thing. And for a pro license, you have 8 times of refresh within a day. You can refresh your data set within Power BI 8 times. In a premium license, you can refresh 48 times. Okay, there are a few advantages if you go for a premium license, but is a premium license required? Can we sustain with a pro license? It all depends within us, and that as a part of a analytics person or a data analyst person, you should know all those things, and I'll tell you all those things. Did I answer your question now?
Yes, absolutely. Even
Yeah.
more. Thank you
Okay.
for explaining little
Okay.
in detail. I appreciate that.
Okay. Right. Anyone else? Okay, right. So now this data set is of 2023 World Cup, which was played in India. This is cricket. And then if someone doesn't know cricket, they can ask me. But if majority of the population is from Indian population only, so they should be knowing a bit of cricket. So yeah, over here, the top scorer in that tournament was Virat Kohli. And if you see, he has scored 765 runs. And in that tournament only, Mohammad Shami was the top wicket taker. He has taken 25 wickets. In that tournament, totally 23,000 runs were scored, 644 sixes were hit, 2,241 fours were scored, 729 wickets were taken. Okay. In that tournament, India was the number one team in the table points also, and the last team was Netherlands. And accordingly, the run rates of the team. So now to make this first visualization page, if I click on Virat Kohli here, you see the data is getting changed to Virat Kohli's data. 765 runs, 9 sixes, 68 fours, 8 times he has got out. And he has got it to Madhushenka, David Willey, Hassan Ali, Hazelwood, Henry, Pat Cummins, Murph, Southey. Okay. Similar way, if I click on Rohit Sharma here, you see he scored 597 runs, 31 sixes, 66 fours, 11 wickets. 11 times he has been dismissed. He has been dismissed to Rashid, Madhushenka and all those players. Now similar way, if I do Mohammad Shami, he has given away 238 runs, captured 25 wickets. He has given away 7 sixes and 27 fours. How this data has been brought in into this visualization and it has been made interactive. What is the data source? Let's see the data source for it. Just a moment. Okay, delivery table. Good. So let me pull that CSV for you. Okay, the data for this Power BI is coming from 3 different files. One is points table file, one is matches file, other one is deliveries file. Okay, so if you see here, always data will be in raw form, but how we convert the data into more meaningful insight is our task. Day-to-day operation, you will have 1 million records, 2 million records, or 10 million records. Even one of my report has around 175, 176 millions of records. But from those many records, how I can say, okay, this product is being sold, or this customer is buying the most, this customer is going to cancel next month. It's through our expertise of data analytics, how we transform the data, okay, and how we visualize it. So for this one, because it is the most popular sport also in India, what I've done, I've pulled data from Google, okay, different source. Now this file will have around 30 to 26,000 records, okay. In this, it is a ball by ball detail of every match that was played in this tournament of 2023 World Cup. Okay, the first match, it was played on 5/10/2023. It was played in Ahmedabad, Narendra Modi Stadium. It was played between England, New Zealand. Who was the striker? Who was the non-striker? Who was the bowler? If you see on the second ball, this guy, Bairstow, has scored a 6. And again on fifth ball, this guy has scored a 4. So similar way, I am having data for each and every ball across the tournament. That means 26,000 odd balls deliveries of data here. And from this data, how would I get this details like Virat's code 765? It is not readily available in this file. We have to do transformations and finally we get to know, okay, Virat's code 765, Rohit's code 597, okay, Diko's code 594, all those details. From this raw data set, how I could get this visualization. And similar way, there is matches table. Okay, even in matches table also, we will have the details like which team is playing against whom, which stadium, who has won the toss, who has what the decision was, and who was the player of the match. Okay, you see in the first match between New Zealand and England, the player of the match was Rachin Ravindra, and then who was the umpires? If you want to do some analysis on umpires also, and then who was the winner of the match? How many wickets they have won by, or how many runs they have won by. Similar way, there is a third table called points table. This is very simple. Okay, which team, what is the rank, how many matches they have won, how many matches they have lost. The same thing, the straightforward, this table to this table. This is very straightforward, but the other two ones are very tricky. Okay, from these three data sets, how I could draw some insights and get it over here. Suppose in this table, suppose I click India, at the bottom you see India is only getting highlighted, the run rate or the other column chart also. Okay, this is a table. If you see, this is a table. This is a column chart. If you see, this is a bar chart. And in this course of data analytics or the Power BI that you are going to join, I'll teach you almost all the visualizations present here, almost 90% of it. I don't teach R visualization because I don't know R. I teach you Python visualization also in Power BI, so that you also know how to integrate Python within Power BI. Okay, almost everything will be taught to you here. And then if I go to venue details, okay, I was showing you one particular file like this one, matches details. It was played across different stadiums, who has won the match, who has lost the match, how many runs, all those things. If you see, this is a normal map, globe map. The other one is the filled map. Okay, suppose I click on Hyderabad here, it'll zoom me into Hyderabad. So this is filling the Hyderabad location. Suppose I click on Ahmedabad here, it'll show me Ahmedabad here. And at the bottom, if you see the data that I choose here, Ahmedabad, it is showing me only Ahmedabad data here. Okay, how many matches were played in Ahmedabad? What is the stadium? Who is the winner? How many runs? How many wickets? Okay, similar way for Hyderabad also. How many matches were played? Who won? All those things. And if you see, each circle has a different size. Why is so? Why is it so? How could we do that? Each circle has a different color. Yeah, all those things. Any questions until now? Good. And here also, who are the top 10 batsmen, top 10 bowlers, top 10 performers, and then the graphs here at the bottom. If you see which bowler has taken wickets in which type, if you see if I'm the coach of a particular team, I can study on Adam Zampa. Okay, Adam Zampa has dismissed the batsman 13 times, which is nothing but 56% of the times he will get the batsman dismissed caught form. Or if I see 35% of the time he's getting the batsman LBW. So I'll tell my batsman to be cautious about getting leg before wicket in front of Adam Zamba. All those things. It is about cricket analytics. Very simple to correlate. That's why I've started with this. And then if I want to know across the team, I know Virat Kohli was the top performer, but I want to know within Australia who was the top performer. It was David Warner. And in bowling terms also, I want to know who was the top performer in Australia. It was Adam Zampa. Yeah, we know the top across the tournament, but across the team, I want to know the stats. How this is the metrics visual again. That is a different one. So all the bases are covered. Connecting to a very easy file like CSV, understanding also this data is pretty simple. And how to transform this data. Again, within Power BI also, you have report view, you have table view. Can we create a column here? Yes. Can we create columns within transform data? Yes. Which one is more convenient or which one is more useful? Why I should create a column in table view or why I should create a column in transform data? That is also a question. We will go over there as well. And then what is model view? Okay. How to connect different tables. Now I've shown you three different files here, right? One is matches table, points table, deliveries table. Once I get all those data here, how to connect the data from one table to the other. or one Excel sheet to the other? What is the cardinality? What is the cross filter direction? How to connect these tables? All those will be taught to you, and why is it needed also? Why should I do the model view? Yeah, how to get that correlation. The correlation that is happening on your screen, it is because of the tables are joined together from one to other using the common columns. How to get the common columns? How to transform the data within that? That will be also taught to you. Any questions now? Okay, then let me go to something more. Yeah, let me show you something related to sales. Just a moment. And within that time that file opens, in Power BI course that I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you DAX as well. DAX is nothing but data analysis expressions. Okay, simply you call that measures as well. And over here, I will teach you more than hundreds of formulas, like more than 100. If you see the lines around 182, and it'll be more than 100 formulas. I have divided DAX measures also into low complexity, medium complexity, and then if you see high complexity. And I've chosen a particular data set like office supplies. Let me open that Power BI for you. And within this office supplies also, this is kind of an place where they are selling only office supplies products. It is operating across east, west, north, south regions. Okay. And then how many orders are they getting? How many reps, sales reps they have? How many items that they are selling? They are selling office supplies, pencil, pen, pen set, desk, binder, such kind of items. And then how many units they are selling, and how many, what is the unit price that they are selling at? Are they giving any promotion? This is the only data set. These 5 columns are the data set for me. But from these 5 columns, how am I deriving the other columns? How to build a report? Because even in your job or a project, they will never tell you, okay, you put a column chart, you drag this column, you put the sale. No, they will not tell you like that. They will ask you, this is the project. Like, I have a sales data. We are selling across regions. We are selling different products. Can you do a visualization out of it? Can you draw some insights? That would be your question. So once you have your data, how to study the data? That is the main job. For a data analyst, 70-80% of the time, you go read your data. The more you read your data, the more you understand your data, and the more you transform your data. That is 80% of the job that you do. The better your visualizations will be. The more insights you can draw. Visualization only is 10% part of it. Coding is 10% part of it. But cleaning your data, transforming your data is your major task. That is where the majority of our work goes in. Okay. And then now from that data set, which I was showing you in the table view, okay, I'm getting sales across region, sales across category that they are doing, discount across the promotions that they are providing. In each month, what is the sale that they are making? Who is the rep that is making the most sale for us? Okay, who is the least performer over here? And then who are the top managers for this performers, sales reps? Okay, and then once I get this view, but for getting this view, how much of investment that I had to do in data transformation? Okay, if I open this table, you see multiple tables are attached here. Why is it so? How did I do that? And even in this table also, we have created calculated columns. Yeah, where did I create that? It is within transform data. If I go into transform data also, okay, This is transform data view, which is called as Power Query Editor. And over here, there are many things. There are many options here, how to clean data, how to remove columns, choose columns, split columns, group by columns. And then in transform data also, you will have split data, you will have unpivot, pivot, okay? And then you will have group by, use first row as headers, run Python script. Even this will be taught to you in one of the Power BI report. Then add columns, how to add custom column. Suppose you don't know any coding, you don't know anything within Power BI, you have never coded anything, you know, you just connected an Excel sheet, and basing on your prompts only, Power BI should create a formula for that. Then we can use custom column from examples. How to do that? I'll teach you. And then how to write a custom column. You already know a little bit of programming. I know how to write a if else condition. You can use custom column, but how to do that? All that will be taught to you. And then within views also how to get different views. That is okay. And so here also some 70% of the buttons will be taught to you, which are most majorly used across for data transformation within Power BI. And what is the advantage of using this Power Query Editor, the transform data? Or should I use it? Or should I use a SQL database or table over there to transform the data? Or should I write my columns within table view only? I have an option to create new column here as well. If you see here, these are measures. Might be I'll go into some column over here. 1 second. Yep, sure. You see, I've already written a table view column. Should I do this column or should I go into transform data and create this column, which is more convenient? Okay, all that will be taught. And here you see this calculator kind of symbols. These are nothing but measures. All these measures, if you see cost of delivery also, I've written different examples for creating a cost of delivery of a product. So this is like using multiple formula. And then if you see here, this is using the switch formula. If you see here, it is using the if conditions. If you see here, this is using the switch formula, that too in a different way. Okay, for one particular transformation for cost of delivery, I've shown you 5 different ways. And even Power BI, I mean, in Power BI, what is all exclude, what is all select? Okay, those are very important concepts in DAX measures. That will also be taught to you. So yeah, for this DAX also, I've created a file like similar to Excel and Python. So you can, when you come to the course, I will teach you how to write this DAX, and you can have the look at the recording also later on. Then you can practice on your own. If you don't understand, you ask me, or you understand, you do something better. Okay. Any questions until now? And then if I go into detail view, why should I have a static view? I feel like I should see across item. I'll select item. Then why should I see only discount? I want to see sale. You see, accordingly the graphs are changing. Suppose I want to see across rep, what is happening within this org. Across rep, what is the sale that they are making. Suppose I want to see across region, all the parameters. Remove this, you will see all the parameters, and then all within at the top it is a graph, at the bottom it is a table. How I could do this? It is using insert option, modeling, parameter. I'll tell you numeric range and field parameter both also. And within Power BI, you have something called as filter. In filter, you have something called filter on visual, filter on page, filter on all pages. Or you have something called as slicers also. What is the difference between a slicer and what is the difference between a filter? Which one you should use? Okay. And what is slicer across all the pages? How to sync my slicers across the pages? All that will also be taught to you. Any questions? Come on, guys. You have anything in your mind, you can ask me. Okay, let me show you one more report.
I have one question. Sorry.
Yes, Sangeeta.
Okay, so you have shown us the cricket score.
Data.
So how cricket data? So, sorry. So
No, no problem.
what other data you will use, like banking data, financial
Yes,
data?
that's what. Yeah, right now I showed you first cricket. Then I
Okay.
showed you the next one was sale of a product, right? They were selling different products in their
Yes.
company.
Yeah.
Then this Amazing Mart is something like an Amazon. Okay, they are operating
Mhm.
across Europe region and they are selling different products. For this also we will make one visualization. And then similar way, this delivery app is like a Swiggy or a Zomato, where they sell different items and the population are male, female, and they are across, what do you say?
Okay.
Across
Yes.
profession, across profession. So which profession is the male population buying more? Is the female population buying more? That analytics also we will do. And there is something called ITC, Indian Tobacco Company. This is just a simple thing I've done for stock. I've downloaded ITC stock data from NSE from the time it went live. I mean, the IPO, it was in 2003 till today. ITC split into ITC hotels also last year. So all that data I've downloaded and I've done okay. This year compared to last year, what is the price difference? That also I've done. And then
Okay.
we play with one more data of some students and all to understand how to union data, how to merge data. So within this 8 reports that I'm going to teach you, all the data sets are different. So that you have the understanding if some project is thrown at you, how will I do it? Yeah, that understanding of a data analyst or analytics person should be there for you. That is why I'm choosing different data sets for different Power BI report. Okay.
Got it. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. And I've chosen basing on the complexity also because cricket is the most popular sport and many of you understand and it is very easy to build a report. And then I slowly pick up an Amazon kind of data. So suppose you see here on the screen right now, they are selling across different regions. Okay, that too in Europe only. If I want to see a particular region, I'll select the central region and accordingly it is showing me only central data. And then in this central data, what is the products that they are selling, which product is being the sold most. I want to see the sales, I don't want to see the profit. I can choose sales and accordingly the sales data will be shown. But I want to see everything, like what is the quantity being sold, what is the sale that is being made, what is the discount that is being provided, what is the profit that we are making. Suppose this graph, now the other two graphs that I've shown in cricket data was field map and the globe map. This one is also globe map, but the difference to here and there is here I'm having latitude longitude. How to draw a graph using latitude longitude data. And suppose within this also I choose some circle over here, it will point me to Germany. Okay, within Germany what is the sale and what is the other things. Okay, and if you see here, this is a Q&A thing within Python here, the small one. Basing on my selections only, suppose I choose Austria here, you see this data is modifying automatically. This notes is modifying automatically. How did I pull that off? Within this, how I can provide these columns so that it will show, okay, in this Austria, it is showing me Vienna central region made up to 52.27 of sales, north region discount average is so and so, north profit is so and so. Suppose I select instead of Austria, you see, I select central region or I flip it to some other region. Might be, oh, hold on. I flip it to north region. Basing on north region, whether it will work. Oh, come on. Yeah. Ah, I get it. I have made a selection here. I have to remove this selection. Now I go north region. You see, it is populating me north region statistics. And then everything is changing accordingly. So how did I pull all this off? Okay, understood? No, yes. And graphs over here.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. They are delivering the products in different modes, like an economy mode, economy plus mode, priority mode, immediate mode. Should I send the products in 4 different modes? What if I am this company and I don't want to send it in economy mode anymore? I want to send in economy plus priority or immediate only. What's the difference between the cost that it is making to our organization? Should we do it? Should we not? All this, how to build on this data. So this is one of the visualization for it. Okay, right? Then let me show you one more also, delivery app. The main thing that I teach you in this course is it's about how to become a data analyst. It's not about how to learn an application or how to learn a tool. That everyone will teach you, because I will also teach you how to use Python, how to use SQL, how to use Power BI, how to write code. All those everyone will teach. But taking the data, how we can draw insights, how we can make a visualization, how to handle a project. That is what is this program about. So yeah, that is what you will be learning. And then let's see this delivery app also as a sample. Okay. We have, as I told you, there is a delivery related data like Swiggy or Zomato, and then the summary of it across gender. What is the sale that they are making? What is the profit that they are making? Or how much is each order? Whether it is married population or not, across the state, across the year, how much we are making. If I remove here, across the years, what is the sale that we are making? And by gender, by profession. Yeah. And I want to see the full raw data, how to enable drill throughs. I want to see for doctor only what is the detail. Yeah, you see the full detail. I can go back. Suppose I see for mechanics. Yeah, and then there is something called as workspace. How to create your own workspace in Power BI. How to publish your reports. How to refresh your reports. How many times you can refresh. How to set it up. What is security? Not all people should see the data within the org, right? So if I am supposed to see only East data, I'll see only East data. If you are supposed to see only West data, you'll see only West data. How to set it up? What is dynamic row level security? What is row level security? How that can be set up? All those. Like from a minimum nothing to you becoming an advanced Power BI user, I'll teach you everything. And as I told you, I've made it very easy by creating DAX formula sheet, SQL formula sheet, even Python also. It is very structuredly written. Yeah, that is what you will be getting in this course. Any questions, anyone?
Yes, I have one question. I have never tried Python. I mean, I know the SQL query. I have worked on the SQL query, but if you are not good in Python, will you able to still do the Power BI manipulate with the data, or
Good
it
question,
will
madam.
be?
You don't, sorry, good question, Sangeeta. You don't need Python to learn Power BI. That is very straightforward. But as a data analytics person, as I was telling in the beginning of this course, nowadays Python is a must for everyone. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. Might be you are already working in an organization, you don't need to know Python. Yeah, it is not required at all. Power BI on its own does not require Python. Okay.
Thank you.
But if someone is new, they want to change their jobs, they want to learn something new, adding Python has become a default now, because you are seeing the changes. It is going towards AI and ML. You see all the YouTube videos nowadays, it is bombarding of all the videos that you should know AI.
Python, yes, Python and
Yes.
AI and all.
Yeah. So if you have to know AI or machine learning, the minimum basic that you should know is Python. Because on that only we will learn all the modules, and we will learn build some new regression models or artificial intelligence models. So yeah, programming is a must for that. Any questions, anyone? No? Okay. If no further questions, whoever are interested, they can join from tomorrow. It will start with Power BI. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Abhishek.
Thank you, Sunil. Thank you,
See
Sangeeta.
you.
Bye.
Hmm?